Hey everybody, welcome to the video supplement for your Just Beginners guitar class. We're going to talk a little bit about what we did the first week and give you some pointers that you might not have remembered from the first day. Let's just review. First of all, the right hand. We're going to hold the pick between the thumb and the first finger. Just the tip of the pick on the strings. That's all you need to get a sound. Okay, sticking it way in there is just going to run into too much friction. That's all it takes, okay? You probably want to get used to just moving the pick around, to the different strings. Maybe closing your eyes and trying to do it without looking. That's something you're going to do quite a bit when you're actually playing. Next, the left hand, okay? 4 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb is going to be behind the neck, kind of like that. And we're going to place the finger behind the fret. Okay, so it rings from that fret right there all the way down to here, and we're going to place it behind the fret. If you're on top of it, you don't get quite a solid sound. So we're going to just put it there, and then fingers 2, 3, 4. Just do some practice getting it warmed up. And then on the next string, this is on the tablature. This is the 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5 on the second string, third string. Simple as that. And so before we get into going on to the scale, let's talk a little bit about those rhythms again. Okay, the quarter note is 1 note per beat, and we were kind of doing that before when we were playing just on the scale itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we can have half notes, which are worth 2 notes, 2 beats for each note, and you count them like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, whole notes. Okay, we got to talk about those. There are 4 beats, okay? Not the most interesting notes, but you might find that playing, some of these new things, playing them in whole notes gives you time to think and move your fingers. Okay, so a whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now that we have the rhythm squared away, let's talk a little bit about a scale we're going to play. One that you're probably most familiar with is going to be the major scale. Okay, and there's sort of a method to the madness here. I got you to move all of your fingers on these 4 frets in the 5th position, and next what we're going to do is get you to play just a few of those notes and create the scale with it. Okay, so we're going to start with C on the 5th fret, 3rd string, with the first finger, and then move on to D, 7th fret, 3rd string, 3rd finger. We're done with the notes on that string, and we move to the 2nd string, 5th fret, 1st finger. That's an E. F is right next to it, played with the 2nd finger on the 6th fret. G on the 8th fret, 4th finger, 2nd string. And then we're done with that string. Moving on to A, 1st string, 1st finger, 5th fret. B on the 7th fret with the 3rd finger. And then C. Okay, so what do you do with this? Well, you need to get your fingers moving up and down. You never know what kind of pattern a melody might take. So a good way to do it is just to start playing it up and down the scale in sequence. Now, the way that I played that was pretty rhythmic. Although you might not have heard me count, I'm counting in my head. And this is something that you want to start doing just from the very beginning. And so I recommend just counting out loud anytime that you're practicing, just to get used to doing that, making it part of the process of when you play. And so you can do it in any one of those rhythms. You can play in whole notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, whole notes. Good for beginner. You don't have to think about, really rushing to the next note. You get time to think, and that's what you should do in the beginning. It should be all kind of relaxed. You can do the same in half notes, and then work your way up to quarter notes. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple as that. Okay, so the song that I gave you was Hot Cross Buns. And if you want to play along with it, we can go nice and slow. I'm going to count you in. This is what happens whenever you play a duet with anybody. You need to know when to start at the same time. And so we're going to count together. Hopefully you're going to count. And we'll start playing. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple as that. Okay, for the last thing that we did this week, the blues progression. This only uses your first and third fingers, okay? And this is the 12-bar blues in A. And what we're going to do is we're going to add an open string to what we're playing with the fingers. And so an open string is just the plain string, just no fingers. And so you're going to hit these two strings together, and it's kind of a strum instead of just an individual pick. So when you're working on it, just try to get that pick to go through the second string that you're playing. In this case, we're playing the fifth and the fourth string. So you want to hit those two strings, just sort of strum through them. And not too slow, because then it won't be simultaneous. So nice and tight like that, okay? So the way we had done this, we had done it in eighth notes, okay? And so the eighth notes, if you remember, were half a beat long, found together in pairs generally, and they're counted as 1 and 2 and. And if you think of your foot tapping out the beat, it's going down on the downbeat, the 1 or the 2, 3, 4, and it's coming up on the and. And so when you think of that, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? So let's just start working with that A5, and it's just a matter of getting your first finger and then your third finger to play, okay? And you can hold down the first finger. It's going to be really helpful to just stabilize the hand and reach out with that third finger. So you would get something like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so just working 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And what you might try doing is just practicing going from each one of these chords. The first one is going to be an A5, okay? The next one moving to the fourth string and the third string, that's going to be D5. And as you might have heard there, I sort of tap that open string with my third finger. You got to be careful not to mute that string out. So it's just that third finger's getting right on that third string, just like that. And you could just practice this, just going back and forth, just getting used to doing, you know, one finger to the next before you even work in the counting. But keep the counting in there as soon as you can. And then working down to the E5, which is going to be the 6th string open with the 5th string. Okay? So, and you might even practice playing from A5 to D5, back to A5, to E5, up to D5, back to A5, okay? And just do it in the sequence that you find it in the 12-bar blues, all right? So again, that would be A to D, back to A, and then to D again, back to A, and then E, all the way up to D, A, and then E. And then this would repeat over and over again, okay? That's typically how a 12-bar blues form goes. So why don't I just play through it? Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And there's a 12-bar blues. Okay, so that's about it for this lesson. We'll see you next time, next week, and we'll do some more. Take care.